representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one. Hello, everyone. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
2nd and 1. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
Well, I think their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Back to throw. Harvey. That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. 3rd down and 10.
It's a gain of 13, but it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
San Diego, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw again. And got his tight end, Duarte. It's 1st and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Golden Eagles are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And we talked about it last week, the pressure of not just playing in the playoffs and now in the championship game as they try to close out a perfect 19-0 season. Of all the games they've played though this year, this is far and away the toughest one. If they find a way to win it, guess what the next one will be? The toughest one they played. that's what happens when you have a perfect record on the line.
Second and 3.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
For number 10.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. Second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Nash. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They go play action with Taylor. And he rifles one incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Now it's Taylor. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on second and long. Taylor. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Brings up third and 10.
Here's Taylor to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
At the 2-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense. And now they get to turn it back to their offense.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Taylor. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Nash unable to corral him. He fights through. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 65 yards on the ground in this 1st half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Now it's Taylor. This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Taylor. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Wizards are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second and 14. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
First down, Golden Eagles.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A quick throw there is incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that is no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Orlando takes back over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's brought down.
That's good for Orlando. First down.
Play action. Now Taylor. This one complete to Coleman. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again, it's Taylor. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
At the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Taylor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys have taken the lead.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. Here's Taylor.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. He's into space past the 25.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's Jennings. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, 2nd down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play.
2nd and 7.
To throw is Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Wizards have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
First down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Harvey. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2nd and 13. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Back to throw. Harvey. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Santos. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. It's caught at the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Taylor. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Wizards continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive. Harvey. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. In motion goes the tight end. Operating from the gun, Harvey. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
A final shot before break. Harvey. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ramirez. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Nash. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. That's a gain of 3.
On third down, Nash. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And on now is the punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing to start the drive. Harvey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Operating from the gun. Harvey. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now that sets up 32.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Harvey. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going. He may go. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Golden Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Golden Eagles, 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Dances by him.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Taylor. And this one is incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Taylor. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return.
And they will.
Over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Harvey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Operating from the gun. Harvey. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
For a San Diego 1st down. A gain of 11
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Complete to number 84. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Orlando takes back over on offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
2 yards on the play.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He finds his man complete. That's Ramirez. 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Taylor. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll run on first down. It's Nash. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
86 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl.
7-yard line.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Now it's Taylor. Coleman has it here right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now it's Taylor.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
That's good for Orlando. First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Welcome back live to Orlando as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now this offense about ready to take over again.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And the San Diego first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Chavez.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Harvey. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Now inside the 25.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to move this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way the opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Harvey. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Harvey. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play. But in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Nash. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some.
Throwing to start the drive. Harvey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw. Harvey. Called a gain of 3 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
looking to throw. Harvey. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
San Diego, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Harvey. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Operating from the gun. Harvey to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice, long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. It's Nash. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Taylor to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.